as a member of CAPE, the Canadian Association of Physicians for the Environment, and also as a new mother. I'm here because climate change is the public health crisis of the 21st century, and I worry about the health of my patients, the health of the planet, and about my newborn son's future as well. As we all know, North America, Africa, Northern Europe, and the Arctic were hit with intense and prolonged heat waves this summer. In Quebec, where heat-related deaths are tracked in real time, July's heat wave claimed the lives of 90 people in just 1 week. The summer's heat fueled deadly wildfires around the world. More than 90 people were killed in wildfires in Greece, 9 in California, and 1 in Canada this summer. The wildfires also exposed millions of Canadians to hazardous levels of air pollution. As temperatures continue to increase, the health consequences will only get worse. The good news is that many of the policy solutions needed will produce immediate benefits for human health and well-being. Investments in renewable energy and electric technologies can lead to a reduction in air pollution and therefore a reduction in respiratory illnesses and heart disease, while encouraging innovation and new economic opportunities. Investments in public transit and active transportation can reduce air pollution and decrease illness, while reducing traffic congestion and commuter stress. Investments in energy-efficient buildings can reduce air pollution while creating local jobs. We must make sure that the Trudeau and Ford governments understand that we care enough about our children's future to take action on climate change and to make it a priority. Climate change is not a partisan issue, it's the public health crisis of our generation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Samantha Green.
I want to start off by crushing two ridiculous arguments right off the top. They are: one, we simply can't afford a just, renewable, sustainable economy, and two, it would require ordinary Canadians to pay higher taxes. 65 years ago, taxes paid by working people and corporations used to be 50-50. In the last 65 years, corporations have used their money and their muscle to have their taxes reduced by 70%. This represents a loss of about $104 billion a year, according to the Toronto Star. There is Canada's fix everything money, $104 billion, and we give it away to corporations. Now on to a little bit of the economics or non-economics of the tar sands. There is no economic argument for the tar sands. The tar itself sells less than what it costs to extract, and that is with massive subsidies from us, the Canadian taxpayers. We subsidize this industry for about $5 billion every year, and this is on top of our regular generosity. We're going to give them an extra $15 billion this year to build them a free pipe. Talk about corporate welfare. Trudeau and the tar sands extractors are stuck in the past, digging a deeper and deeper hole that they expect the rest of us to pay for, and a hole that we could very well be our grave. The tar sands do not create a lot of jobs in Canada. Stats Canada says only 6.2% of jobs in Alberta are in fishing, forestry, quarrying, mining, oil and gas. And part of that 6.2% is in the tar sands. The cleanup cost for the tar sands project is about $45 billion and growing, according to the Globe and Mail. It would bankrupt Alberta to do the cleanup on its own. So once again, the Canadian taxpayer will most likely have to help foot the bill. But the tar sands exploiters will walk away. In summary, we are subsidizing our own destruction for private profit. It's already started. For Trudeau, the best way to get us out of a hole is first to stop digging. Thank you. I encourage you, and I beg you, to harass our overpaid politicians and threaten their cushy jobs until they stand and deliver a just, renewable, sustainable economy and a future for our children. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Sean. So you heard him. You have to harass them until they get it.
When I say turtle, y'all say island. Turtle, island. Turtle, island. Turtle, island. Turtle, island. That's where we're at. Share this one thing. I sat with the opposite side not too long ago. I won't mention any names, but he came up to me and he told me this. He says, I agree with you, Clayton. about the earth, the tar sands, the water, everything. They know this. The ones of power. They know they cannot sustain this for much longer. They know that. And so they're scared. And so they're reaching out to people and asking, what can we do? What can we do? And I think one of the first things is I said to him, well, you have to start thinking again, because creation has given us this gift. Besides life, creation has given this gift called life, and it's also given us our intelligence. And I said, you better start thinking. You have to go beyond what they've given you permission to think about. And he kind of shook his head, and he agreed with me, and he shook my hand, and he went back. So when we get together, we're reminding them of this, who we are, the people, and they understand it. They just can't move. So this is what we need to do. And I see all of us out here today reminding them of this. You need to move. You need to change. We cannot sustain any of this for much longer as human beings. We need to understand that and work together, share, and support each other as brothers and sisters, as the people, the human beings. And we are making change, because today we're all over the world today saying the same thing. And I want to thank every one of you for taking the time of your schedules, of your lives, to come here today and support each other in a good way, in a kind way. So, miigwech, thank you.
Keep going with Clay, everyone.